my friend Shanda Song.
Hey, keep it going for Joey. He's the baby I gave up for adoption in high school. It's just so good to see him doing well, you know? I'm kidding. The kids I make are so small. Like, if he came out of me, kudos to you, in fact. Back of the room. How we doing? You good? All right. I'm a mom. I have 3 kids. Where are my other moms at? Where are my moms? Yeah, all right, okay. So these are the seats we're gonna have to sanitize later, because we pee when we laugh, don't we, ladies? Little bit. You got your poise pad on? I got mine. No sneezes sneaking up on this bitch. Not again. I'm a mom, I have 3 kids. I like being a mom, I do, but it got to me in a way I didn't expect. It changed who I was, which I did not think was gonna happen. Before I had kids, I would say things like, I'm gonna be a cool mom. Those aren't real. They're not. We can't. We can't help it. Like, I am now an adult who tells my other adult friends I have to use the potty, all right? I don't like it any more than you do, but I can't stop, okay? It's in me. It's who I am now. It's crazy. I can't turn it off. Like, my husband and I decided a couple of years ago we were gonna go to Lollapalooza. We're like, we're gonna go. Yeah, it was great. We're gonna go. We're gonna drop the kids off with the grandparents. We're gonna go to this music festival. We're gonna blend in with the young people. And we might have been able to pull it off, but Mom kept blowing our cover, okay? Because I'm just walking around this music festival pulling napkins out of my purse for people. Like, pull out a baggie, like, you want some goldfish? You do. You want some goldfish? Little snackums? Every crying girl I saw, I'd be like, you seem like you're having a big feeling. Can you use your words and tell me what it is? I don't know if you've been to a music festival recently. There's a crying girl every 10 feet, okay? Didn't get a lot of music watching done at Lollapalooza because I was too busy gentle parenting a bunch of girls named Madison, all right? It's exhausting. The biggest problem I'm having right now as a parent is that my husband goes by daddy to my kids. I don't care for that at all. I've talked to them about it. Been like, how are we feeling about daddy? Are we ready to go to dad? Papa, father, Josh? Anything would be better than this. And they look at me with their little angel faces and they ask why. And I can't tell them. I cannot look my precious babies in the face and explain to them why I feel uncomfortable calling my sexual partner daddy in a Target, okay? Mommy's getting horny in Home Goods, honey. It's a problem. It's clean up on aisle 3. You know what I'm talking about. It's bad. It's winter. I hate it. It has not been winter very long, and I'm fucking over it. Why do we do this? Why do we live here? Explain it to me, please. This is the time of year where I just stop doing stuff because my toes are cold. Like, no, I'm not getting anything done today because my feet are cold. I miss summer. I love summer. I need it. I miss it so much. I had a great summer. I spent a lot of time at the lake. You guys lake it up? You got some Lakers here? Yeah. Yeah, I had a great time at the lake. I'm a born and bred Midwesterner. I love my water in a big dirty hole, okay? That's how I like it. I like it murky, too, right? I don't want to know what's going on down there under me. No idea. It's none of my business, okay? What's down there? A 6-foot-long catfish? A 1993 Toyota Camry? Not my business. Don't need to know. I like my water when it smells a little bit like a washcloth you left on the sink too long. That's how I like my bodies of water. I like beaches that are mostly gravel. That's how I like them. I bring a hammer to the beach, right? I'm gonna find a geode today. That's what I'm doing. It's an unpopular opinion. I don't like the ocean. I do not care for it. I've been there, not impressed. I don't like it. I find it aggressive, needy even. It's coming at me and coming at me and let me come to you, okay? You look desperate. It's embarrassing. Do not care for it. I also don't like the ocean because there's just too much shit in there that could kill me. I don't need that, you know? all kinds of stuff. There's stingrays, there's sharks, there's billionaires in international waters. Like, I don't need it. The only thing that can kill me at a lake is my own hubris, right? 13 White Claws, I can backflip off that double-decker pontoon boat. Tell them I died happy. I love the lake. I've lived in Indiana my whole life. A couple weeks ago, I had a guy who was talking to me. He was like, yeah, I moved to Indiana about 5 years ago. I feel like I'm a real Hoosier now because I ate a pork tenderloin. And I was like, that's what you think it takes? You ate some fried flat meat with a ridiculously small bun, and you think you're a Hoosier? You're not a Hoosier? I'm a Hoosier. I hit a deer with my car and then I ate that deer. I am a Hoosier. My childhood home is now a Dollar General. I am a Hoosier. I got fingered by a guy named Travis in a cornfield. I am a Hoosier. Fuck out of here with that weak shit. I started working out, getting a jump on that resolution. I've been working out. I'm trying to get strong enough to beat up 50% of the people in any room that I'm in. I think I'm doing pretty good. See you in the alley. Don't fight me. I'll cry. Don't do that. Start anything. I've been working out. It means I had to do something terrible, which was buy a sports bra. Awful, right? Sports bra shopping, second worst type of shopping you can do, right? First worst, of course, swimsuit. I love summer, hate swimsuit shopping. It's the worst. I was at Target this summer. I'm looking at these swimsuits. They have the straps and these are not structurally sound. What is that holding in? If I put on a Target bikini and went to the beach and tried like a Baywatch run, boom, sex offender, immediately. Immediately. And then I can't chaperone my kids' field trips anymore. And I want to know how maple syrup is made. So, I heard it's trees. It's crazy. Yeah. But sports bra shopping is the second worst type of shopping you can do because you have to get it exactly right? You gotta get it tight enough that you don't knock yourself unconscious with your own boobs while you're working out. But if you cross that line, you get it too tight, you can't get it off when you're tired. And I've crossed that line before. I've been in the locker room at the YMCA with one chicken wing hanging out like, please God, free me from this prison. God did not free me from that prison. Judith did. She was the only other woman in the locker room at the time. She is 74. She was topless. She cut me out of that thing with some toenail clippers. I love Judith. My flat-titted guardian angel. And they're not flattering, sports bras, and I know that's not the point, but they could do better, right? Because what do? They smush them into one super boob. And I'm on the treadmill, I'm running, and the effect is sort of like a beaver tail. I'm just slapping the water, warning other beavers of danger down the river. I have people taking their headphones out like, is there a bear in here? I feel like there's a bear in here. It's ridiculous. I don't know why I'm surprised sports bra shopping is bad. Regular bra shopping, also bad. I have to buy bras from the large section. I don't know if you've seen the part of the store that has large bras. They're so ugly. Why do they look like that? What did we do to deserve this? They're so bad. The only thing that makes sense to me as to why large bras are so ugly is that the person who designs large bras, the man who designs large bras must have a deep, fundamental fear of breasts. Like that's all that makes sense. And that he's in the boardroom pitching his ideas like, listen, they startle so easily. No bright colors, okay? Beige only. They're like a bull in a ring. They will charge. And I need a 1/4 inch of padding over the whole thing, okay? I've never touched one, but I can only assume they're jagged. And I need 4 clasps, you hear me? 4. They yearn for freedom. We can't have one escaping, it could destroy a town. My pappy's farm was flattened by an errant titty. And I say never again. I don't get it, they're big, they're not dangerous. Like, I will admit they do tend to wander though, don't they? Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and one's just in my armpit. What are you doing over there, you scamp? Get back over here. They're not dangerous. Though I will say, I do have an agreement with my husband that if he's in a terrible accident and it looks like he's not going to make it, I have been instructed to smother him to death with them. Because he would like to die as he lived. Which gives me a business idea. Travel around to nursing homes and hospices, letting horny old men and lesbians go out on their terms. Call it Titties of Mercy. You all get a discount. I got a job this year. Yeah. I was a stay-at-home mom for 7 years, and they all finally got into school, and so I got a job, and I can't recommend it. And so, they want you to go every day, and like be there on time. It's exhausting. Like what? I was a stay-at-home mom for 7 years, 7 long years, and you know what they say? Being a stay-at-home mom is the hardest job you can do. Which is true. But also, is it? Like, I was so close to my kitchen all day long, okay? I could have little nibbles of cheese all day long, anytime I felt. It was great. I didn't put on pants for 7 years, okay? It was great. I didn't hold in a fart for 7 years, all right? It was fantastic. And you know what? My bosses loved me unconditionally. You can't get that any other job, right? That's amazing. One time I was breastfeeding my daughter, and I was also eating a stromboli, and some sausage fell out onto her face. And she still loves me, okay? You can't do that at a regular job. You understand? Your boss would not like it if you tried to breastfeed them. Or maybe you would. I don't know. I'm new to work. I'm new to the workforce. I'll say, yeah. So, I'm easing back into that, which is challenging. But I am proud of myself because I lasted 7 years. 7 years, and I never joined an MLM. You know how hard that was? Yeah, I never once sent a Facebook message that said, hey, girlie, you want to be your own boss? Never once. And they were on me, man. The minute I announced I was quitting my job to stay home, I was getting them. They were relentless. And I get it. I understand they prey on your need to interact with other people and bring in some financial support to the family. I understand it. But I held them off, right? I didn't need the leggings or the candles or the makeup, but in year 3, they almost got me. I was this close when I found out I could sell dildos. I was like, that's interesting. I could maybe do that. You know why? Because what you need to be successful in an MLM and a multi-level marketing scheme is you need a network, right? You need a network of other women who can buy your products. And I have a large, elaborate network of people. I have friends, family members. None of them wear makeup. None of them wear leggings. None of them give a shit about candles. But you know what? They all need to come, okay? And I've met their husbands, and I'm not impressed, okay? So I saw the dollar signs, and I almost did it. I was this close. I was like, I can do that. I can sell lube to my Aunt Karen in her living room. I could do that. I could call up my grandma and say, hey, Nana, let's get the church group together. Help Estelle get her groove back, you know? Get a big pink decal from the side of my minivan. Looks like a penis. Says, Shanda's son, call me for a good time. I almost did. I still might. It's just fun. And it would probably get me out of all these carpool situations my kids got me involved in. Nobody wants to put their baby in the penis van. Still on the table. You guys a brunch crowd? Yeah? No? You guys are like, we party the day before New Year's Eve. We are responsible people. We do not brunch. Yeah, I thought I could be a brunch person. I didn't realize. My sister-in-law called me and asked me if I would like to come to brunch. And I didn't know that there are two kinds of brunch, right? There's the brunch that is a meal between breakfast and lunch. A nice, lovely affair. And then there's another thing that is the brunch that is a lifestyle. And I did not know that my sister-in-law is one of these people. She invited me, she called me, she was like, hey, I'm getting together with some of my friends, we're all gonna go out, join us for brunch. So I show up, and all of these women show up wearing matching t-shirts that said brunch bitches on them. And I was like, what have I done? But we go into the restaurant, they had picked it out, they'd scoped it out, they knew what we were getting into. They sit us down, it's high-backed booths, you can't see the windows, there are no clocks, it's like a casino in Vegas. They don't want you to know how long you're there. Our server comes over, he's a pro. He asks us if we have any food allergies, what our juice preferences are for mimosas. I was like, I'll have a water to start. And he goes, you're not gonna make it. Oh no. They're ordering bottle after bottle. We're drinking. I'm trying to keep up. They don't let you get to the bottom of the glass, so you never know how many you have had, right? But I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm hours in. I'm like, I need to eat something, right? So I pull out the menu, and I look over all of the food offerings they have, the scrambles, the baked goods, and I was like, I'm gonna have a Bloody Mary. I was sure. It's got vegetables in it, all right? I've seen the experiment where they cut up the celery and it sucks up in the different, not a science crowd. Like, I thought I wasn't thinking right, okay? And it did not work. You guys could have told me that, I could tell, but it didn't work. I excused myself to the restroom, and I vomited everything I've eaten since 1998, okay? A Doritos 3D came out of me. It was a couple Butterfinger BBs. It was awful. But Mama didn't raise no quitter, so I went back to the table. I sat down. They ordered another round. The server comes over, we're inviting him to our friend's wedding, we're living, we're laughing, we're crying, we're having a great time. We were there for 4 hours. The muscles in my ass atrophied, okay? They ordered another round, and I was like, please, I have a family. We finally get up to leave, and the server comes running over and is like, hey ladies, how are we getting home today? And maybe it's because he just saw us consume a trough of champagne. But I think his concern was the fact that 3 of us had taken off our shoes. And he was like, these brunch bitches should not drive. But we're like, oh, our friends are getting an Uber. My brother is coming to pick up me and my sister-in-law. So we go outside and we get our friends in the Uber. And then my sister-in-law and I just stand on the sidewalk in a drunken embrace, swaying in an invisible breeze, getting lower and lower and lower. And then my brother pulls up to the sidewalk and goes, Jesus Christ! And we get loaded into the back of his car and we immediately pass out. And then he takes us home, but they live on a military base. So he pulled up to the gate of this military base to the gate guards at 2 p.m. on a Sunday with 2 fully unconscious women in the back seat of his car. And my brother looks at the gate guard, and the gate guard looks in at him and looks back in the back seat and looks back at him, and my brother goes, "Fucking brunch, man." And the gate guard goes, "Get him through, let him through." It was great. I'm going next weekend. I'm hydrated. I turned 38 this year. Yeah, I love it. I love being 38. I love being in my late 30s. It's fantastic. It's really fun. I'm at like a perfect spot where I'm young enough to not get tricked by Russian propaganda on Facebook, but old enough to have not chronicled my teen years there, which is, oh, it's perfect. I love it. It's so great. Like, I'm so glad none of the things I thought as a teenager are coming up in my memories. Like, what a nightmare, right? Everything I thought as a teenager was the dumbest, most embarrassing thing that's ever been conceived. Like, I found a note recently that had a list of my favorite bands when I was 15, and it included both Creed and Nickelback. So, not making great choices. Glad that's not popping up. But I love being in my late 30s. It's so freeing because I don't have to give a shit about anything I don't want to give a shit about anymore, which is so great. I don't know how people in their 20s wake up in the morning. It seems exhausting. Like, I bet they're still worried about toe knuckle hair, you know? Like, who has the time? I don't have to care, you know? Like, 10 years ago, I would have died if any of you found out I had a chin hair. And now I'll tell you, I have 12 of them, and I didn't pluck them before I came here, okay? I've got more important shit to do than worry about what the comedy addict thinks of my puberty beard, all right? Busy. One weird thing about being in my late 30s, though, that I'm experiencing is that fashion that was popular in my teens and early 20s is coming back around again. So weird. It's surreal, right? And I'm mostly fine with it. Sure, let's bring back those layered tanks, ladies. Let's go with it. But the thing I cannot do is low-rise jeans. I cannot abide this. No, I love a high-waisted pant, you know? I've got this mom pouch, my baby apartment. I like to be able to lock this thing up so it doesn't scare any teenagers or get caught in my coat zipper. I can't do that in a low-waisted pant. I can't do the low-rise. I'm not doing that, you know? Like, when I was a teenager, they were low. Like, they were low. Like, wax your pubes just in case low. And I don't know if you heard the first part of this joke. I'm not doing that again, okay? I'm just gonna live out loud, let that thing grow, throw on a gold chain and look like a man's chest in the 70s. I think that's how we stop this, actually. Tell the teenagers, you bring back low-rise jeans and your mom's coming to your high school graduation with her pubes creeping out over the top of her pants. Like the Kraken, some tentacles of hair coming at you. Sign my petition by the door. All right, have a happy new year. I love you, comedy addict.
Oh my God, share the song, everybody. And can we give a big round